Good morning. This is Deepak, and I'm in New York City, just adjusting the camera a little bit so you can see me clearly. And today I'm going to actually talk to you about a topic that I'm very fond of, which is the spontaneous manifestation of desire. So several years ago, I wrote this book. It's called The Spontaneous Fulfillment of Desire. Harnessing the Infinite Power of Coincidence. So that's the book, by the way. It's called Spontaneous Fulfillment of Desire, Harnessing the Infinite Power of Coincidence. So let me now tell you about the 7 principles that you need in order to manifest any desire that you want. Recognizing that inherent in having the desire or the intention is the mechanics for its fulfillment. For example, right now, if I have the intention to lift my arm, see, as soon as I do that, my arm lifts. Here we go. I'm having the intention to speak, and the vocal cords are vibrating at a certain frequency in order to make my intentions manifest in this video. So we do need to understand that all our desires have the ability to fulfill themselves. However, some people are much more powerful in manifesting their desires than others, and we call these people lucky. Good luck is opportunity meeting preparedness. Good luck is the harnessing of all the elements and forces in the universe in order to fulfill your intentions. So first of all, let's try and understand what is an intention is. What is a desire and where does it come from? Well, an intention comes from your inner being, from yourself, from your consciousness, from that which we call awareness. And consciousness is a field of infinite possibilities. Consciousness is a field of infinite correlation. It correlates everything that exists in space and time. Consciousness is a field of infinite creativity, and consciousness is the source of consciousness is the source of all our intentions. It is from consciousness that intentions arise. Consciousness, because it's a field of creativity, is also a field of unpredictability, which is inherent and goes along with unpredictability. If anything is totally predictable, then there is no creativity in that particular system. So here are the 7 keys that I want to share with you. The first is understand that the world, the universe, is an extension of yourself. Don't think of you as being separate from what you call the environment. The environment is your extended body. As I've said before, there are people who think of the environment as separate from themselves, and therefore this is an artificial fragmentation. I've said before that trees are our lungs, the earth is our body, the waters and rivers and the oceans of our planet are our circulation, the air is our breath, and the earth recycles as our body, and the stars and the sun are the energy that animates us. So start to see the world as belonging to you. This is a topic that I'm going to address in my new book, which is coming up, which is called You Are the Universe, Discovering Your Cosmic Self and Why That Matters. Okay, the second is to understand the mirror of relationships. The second principle, the mirror of relationship. Every relationship you have is a mirror of your own self. So those that you love and those that you are disgusted by, or those that you don't like, they're both mirrors of yourself. Why? Because they're there for karmic reasons. You share karma with them. Those that you love are those that you're attracted to. They have qualities that you have, but you want more of. That's why you want to be with them. And those that you don't like, those that you don't trust, are also mirrors of yourself because they have qualities that you are denying in yourself. And by understanding this principle, you can then use every relationship to expand your awareness and your self-knowledge. Yes, the book that's coming up is You Are the Universe. The book I'm talking about right now is called The Spontaneous Fulfillment of Desire. The Spontaneous Fulfillment of Desire. Harnessing the infinite power of coincidence. Okay, so the second principle was understand the mirror of relationship and understand that all mirror is all that you see in the mirror is yourself. And so in every relationship you learn about yourself. So that's the second principle. The third principle is observe your inner dialogue. If your inner dialogue is coming from your ego self, then it's weak. If your inner dialogue is coming from your deeper self, which is your core consciousness, which is beyond your ego, then your inner dialogue is strong and helps you harness the power of coincidence, because everything is coinciding with everything at the deepest levels of your being. So that's the third principle, understanding the role of inner dialogue. The fourth principle is understand the power of intention. And the best way to actualize intention is to seed your consciousness, what people call the unconscious or subconscious mind, with intention. So seed your consciousness with intention, let it go, settle back into the stillness of being. Don't worry about the results. Detach and let the universe and its infinite organizing power organize the fulfillment of your intention. So harnessing the power of intention also requires detachment. The fifth principle is emotional freedom. I'm looking at my notes, which I have here in my notebook. So I was just looking at my notes that I had prepared for this morning talk. So the fifth principle is emotional freedom, which means you're free of resentments, grievances, guilt, shame, depression, that you don't have the need for vengeance, and that you try to understand why you judge when you judge, etc. Emotional freedom allows you to tap into the deeper aspects of your being. Okay, the sixth principle is harmonizing the masculine and the feminine in your own being. So masculine archetypes or masculine energies have to do with conquest, with initiative, with risk-taking, with assertiveness, with power, with strength, and so on. So these are masculine principles. The feminine archetypes are things like beauty and intuition and nurturing and affection and tenderness. So when you harmonize the masculine and the feminine in your own being, then you have a lot of strength, and also you're harmonizing the elements and forces of the universe as an expression in your own self. Okay, so that is the sixth principle. And the seventh principle is, can you be alert to coincidences? As long as you're alert to coincidences and you feel grateful for the coincidences, and you also ask yourself what is the deeper meaning of these coincidences, then more and more will happen in your life. Okay, so here are the 7 principles once again. Number 1, the world is an extension of yourself. And let me bring my notebook here so I don't miss out on anything. And number 2, the mirror of relationships. Number 3, the role of internal dialogue. Number 4, the power of intention. Number 5, emotional freedom. Number 6, harmonizing the masculine and the feminine. And number 7, the conspiracy of improbabilities, noticing coincidences. As I said, I have written a book about this. The book is called The Spontaneous Fulfillment of Desire, and Harnessing the Infinite Power of Coincidence. Okay, once again, and the book is called Spontaneous Fulfillment of Desire, Harnessing the Infinite Power of Coincidence. It's also available on Kindle if you care to buy it. But even if you don't, I will keep mentioning these principles and elaborating them here on this podcast as the future unfolds. Also, somebody said, where are these principles from? These principles come from the wisdom traditions of the East, particularly Vedanta. So there's an expression in the Vedas which says Ritam Bhara Pragya. Ritam means the rhythm, the harmony of the universe. Bhara Pragya, when your consciousness is impregnated with the rhythms and harmonies of the universe, that leads to spontaneous fulfillment of desire. Okay, and somebody said you had that book upside down. Okay, well, here it is then. Yeah, well, that's the effect of the mirror. Okay, in any case, the book is called Spontaneous Fulfillment of Desire, Harnessing the Infinite Power of Coincidence. Harnessing the Infinite Power of Coincidence. Okay, thanks very much for tuning in, and I will check with you again. Okay, sooner or later, we will all be manifesting our deepest intentions into reality. So once again, from the Upanishads, you are what your deepest desire is. As is your desire, so is your intention. As is your intention, so is your will. As is your will, so is your deed. As is your deed, so is your destiny. So we can say synchronicity and destiny combined is synchro-destiny. And synchro-destiny is the spontaneous fulfillment of all your desires. Okay, so take care and see you tomorrow.